Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this Draconic Divination world event. Now, you do this with your guild mates, and as such, you want to pop into your rewards section absolutely straight away and make sure you collect anything that's already been completed. The reason you want to do this is because you'll immediately obtain the token of shadows. What this does is increases the spell damage for all your troops for the duration of this event. Really handy. So make sure you grab that, evolve it if it's ready to be evolved, and make sure you apply it in your medal section at the start of the game. Then come back. And the second thing I recommend to do is definitely grab tier 1. This gives you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops will start enchanted at the start of each and every battle for the entirety of this event. As well as that, you get other stuff as well. More troops, more gold, more souls, more shards. All super handy stuff. You can grab extra tiers if you so desire, and you'll get extra potions at the same time, as well as more of the stuff we just mentioned. All good. Right, onto the fight itself. I've jumped ahead into this a little bit because the early levels were so straightforward. It was kind of ludicrous and kind of pointless showing those really early battles. I may just show just one, just to show what it's like. But in general, the higher ascension level the enemy, the more points. Like the mythic teal or light blue ones are going to be worth the most, the orange legendary ones the next most, and so on and so on. So we'll just start off with a really basic one. We'll just do a level 10 one and just show you the team. For this team, I'm going to use 2 times Sabellius, a damage to all weapon of basically your choice, and Atlanta. Now, Sabellius is the new glory troop available from the shop right now, obtainable by anybody with just a moderate amount of glory, and pretty decent it is too. Eliminates all armor from the first enemy, then deals damage to all enemies based on your magic level. So the eliminate all armor is what makes this really cool. So stealthy as well, pretty handy. We've got 2 of those, and we've got Atlanta as the other standard troop. She's very handy because she uses a different color from Sabellius. She uses yellow as well. She has absolutely fantastic dress sense when it comes to going into battle, and she has a couple of outstanding points at the same time, which makes her wanted to be on the team. To the weapon, if you type in damage to all in your search bar, you will bring up all the weapons you have which do damage to all to complement the rest of the team. Now, Black Manacles is normally a obvious choice for this kind of event, but I didn't want it to mana block Sabellius completely, or Sabellius mana block Black Manacles, because they both use exactly the same mana colours. That is why I've chosen Creeping Death, because if we get the chance to cast it, we're going to death mark a couple of enemies at the same time. You may want to pick something else, but yeah, if you got it. But for me, I'm going to roll with this. So for the banner, I'm going to go for +2 purple, +1 brown, -1 blue. And the class, I've actually gone for Corsair, only because I don't have this class to level 100 yet. But other than that, you are probably better off with something like Archmage's class or even a Plague Lord. Both really good purple-based classes where you got a lot of benefits from the purple class. Like if we take a quick look at that there, we've got some really nice purple-based stuff. We get a 50% mana start. I pity you trying to look at this if you're looking at it on a phone, but apart from that, I'm going to go with a Corsair. So let's jump in and show a battle or two. Right, so we've got the low-level team at the moment, which we're going to start with. It is technically quicker to start with a couple of Sisters of Nightmares kind of thing with this, because they start with 75% mana and literally any colour match of them, and they're ready to go absolutely straight away. We'll get that brown because basically now an instant cast, and the early stages are going to be as straightforward as that. Obviously how hard these kind of teams hit does depend upon your magic level in the game and your level in general. So let's jump to a higher level enemy now. This is where Sabellius really comes in handy. Like without Sabellius being there, like it may have been an obvious choice to go to something like 3 times Atlanta, but obviously where Sabellius does that armor stripping first. That effectively increases the damage considerably. So what we'll do, we'll grab some mana for the team first. Now the first one is ready to go, but because we've got high level enemies and because they mana block each other, two of the same troop obviously, you want to get the rest of the team charged up first if you can. Then we're going to cast them back to back. Sabellius first because it's going to strip away the armor. We're going to cast the next Atlanta first, or the first Atlanta first because there's only one. Then Creeping Death. It doesn't actually matter too much actually now because the armor's already gone from them, and now we're just looking for a single bit of damage to deal with those enemies. That was reasonably, you know, high level, not high level, but middling sort of thing. You won't have to do this all on your own, remember, like your guild are taking part. These different stages will get completed. We're on stage 6 already, and the thing is, even though we may have to hit the enemy twice with some of our troops already, basically remember you're going to be evolving this token as we go along, so that is going to increase the damage. So that is not always going to be the case where you have to cast twice. All of a sudden you may find that your guild has completed other rewards and your damage just flies through the roof, and all of a sudden this team can now just single bosh the enemy and get the job done in record time. So we'll grab some more purple, grab some brown. They're both ready to go straight away, but see, there's no need to get Atlanta charged up with that now because of the Potion of Enchantment. By the time we cast these two, Atlanta will be ready to go anyway. Look at that. That was effectively like 140 odd damage because they had 100 armor on the first one, so that stripped that away absolutely immediately. Really, really cool. Now let's start working on our next Sabellius. Let's hit them with Creeping Death next. So a couple of them get death marked, and if we get lucky they'll just conk out and say, I can't deal with this anymore, mate, I'm out of here. Probably not those exact words, but I'm sure you know where I'm coming from. Alright, we'll get that 4 match anyway, definitely, and then we'll cast the first one, then the second Sabellius, and the job is done. So I really like this troop. I've done my soulforge review earlier, and in the soulforge review I also have a quick look at the new glory troop, give my first impression on it, and I gave it a very solid 7 out of 10, which I think is utterly worthwhile. Now this is where we don't do these ones anymore. We start looking at these legendary level ones, Umber Wolf and Shadow Dragon. I'm going to pick on a Shadow Dragon first. But the theory's still the same, just get some purple. Didn't have to get that, we're good to go now. Get our extra sigils, some black sapphires. These contribute to your weekly guild event score. Obsidians do the same thing. Now let's pick on Umber Wolf just for a change. And he looks really happy about it. Grab that anyway. Is there nothing there for us? Yes, we've got brown. Now we can get yellow for Atlanta, I suppose. And Atlanta gets the job done. That's why it's handy to have her in the team rather than 3 Sabelliuses. Sabelliuses? Yeah. Because if there's none of the colours available for those troops, then if there's yellow for Atlanta, that's where it comes in handy. Always good to have a good mixed bag of different colour mana in your team if you can, for those kind of reasons. It still deals with the early level games pretty quickly. Let's go to the higher level Umber Wolf. Okay, let's do one more grab from the shop. But yeah, this is the way the team works. It's pretty straightforward to use. We get to evolve the badge now. Now looks like we're going to do even more damage. So let's see how this affects it. These level 24 ones should be still fairly straightforward. So we get extra damage now, even though it says 37 to all enemies. The effect of the badge or token has meant they're all gone in a single cast. Let's do this Umber Wolf. Super quick and super easy. And we've got one sigil left unless we get given some here. So we'll do Sister Ebony. Let's get 2 of these charged up immediately so we don't have to wait before we cast the second one. Yes, fast track Atlanta as well. Probably didn't need to do that because by the time we cast these first 2 Sabellius, obviously Atlanta will be ready, and as you can see, like that worked out. We just cast all our troops in turn and that got the job done. 2 more sigils, may as well use them up. Come on, Shadow Dragon. You bad breath. Can take skull hits like that if you choose to. Very sensible to do that, especially if you're a newer player. The only reason I'm ignoring some of these skull hits sometimes is because I can afford to do it on my armor and life. And got one left. Sister Ebony, level 82. Yeah, but this is the team. For me, this is pretty good. And like I say, even when you get to the point where you may have to cast some of your troops a couple of times, then as you evolve that damage badge or token, then you suddenly find that you're doing a ton more damage and just wiping everybody out in a single cast again with 1 cast of each troop. See you later. Goodbye, Atlanta. Gobosh! Ooh, pardon me. Right, well, there's the team. That is how I'm going to do it. It's going to be enough, because like I say, your whole guild does take part in this. Oh, we got another couple of sigils. So, yeah, but your whole guild does take part, so they'll be helping to evolve the badge, which helps your damage output and makes short work of the enemy. There's Atlanta then being handy again, getting the mana because we didn't have any for the other troops. May as well cast her now because the first Sabellius is going to be ready. Let's do a bit of creeping death, and Sabellius can finish off. Right, last one. Sister Ebony. It's fairly straightforward how the team works, but it's pretty good. Does the job. As ever, if you enjoyed the video or found it useful, helpful, any of the above, then be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We've got zillions more Gems of War videos coming in the future on all sorts of different subjects, PvP teams, Explore 12 teams, World Event teams, General Tactics, Mythics, best team for Mythics, and so on. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now. Don't forget to get your rewards.